women's basketball team at LSU also hoisted the trophies, another national championship, and for good reason. They've accepted the invitation to the White House, as they should have. Angel Reese, of course, going back and forth in the media this week, where we started on Monday to where we are now. She and LSU, it says all members of the team will be visiting the White House later this year, and rightfully so. Winners with the invitation to go to the White House should go, regardless of who is in office. And the comment made from Angel Reese will play over and over until the visit is made. We'll just go to the Obamas because Joe Biden didn't pick them to advance past their regional in the bracket. I'm thinking to myself, the Obamas would want you to go to the White House. They wouldn't want you to visit them. You would go to the White House. And so the right decision was made. Invitations out there, and LSU said, absolutely, we would want to go. So I'm glad the week ends with that instead of more sound bites and clips on why or why not they don't feel like they should go based on the First Lady wanting both LSU and Iowa to visit the White House, and now it's LSU only.
I happen to see a tweet from friend of Outkick, Jamel Hill, who retweeted someone and said, everyone in media is leaving out the fact that she did not backtrack, that Angel Reese did not. She only later accepted the invitation because the White House backtracked from inviting Caitlin Clark. And I thought about that for a second. Maybe she's right, but correct me if I'm wrong. In the podcast that we played earlier this week, she is saying that at the time, Dr. Jill Biden had apologized for even mentioning that they were going to invite Iowa.
And she didn't accept the apology.
She said, I don't accept the apology.
Right.
So that's not true. They had already backtracked at that point when she stated she would not attend the White House because she did not accept their apology.
But I'm just not into the drama here because of what I'm saying. Regardless of who's in office
100,000%.
Go to the White House.
Yes.
And so if you feel that way, then Angel Reese can say whatever she wants to. And if she wants to go, great. But LSU should absolutely go, regardless of how you feel about Angel Reese, Jill Biden, whoever's in office moving forward. Team should go. And I mean, I haven't seen the Obamas say that, yeah, you should go to the White House. But, I mean, I'm willing to bet they would tell her, yeah, make the trip. You should.
Yeah, look, I would say the same thing when anyone is in office. Larry in our YouTube chat says, just a downer to go to the White House considering the pathetic loon that's in office. So many people would have said that about Donald Trump. Other people would have said that about George W. Bush. Other people would have said that about Bill Clinton. Other people would have said that about Ronald Reagan. Here is the bottom line, citizens of the United States of America. We are a democratically elected society.
Yep.
And if you reach the highest office in the land, I don't care if you think the president is a Nazi. And I don't care if you think the president is senile. If you get invited to the White House by the sitting president of the United States of America, you accept that invitation. That is your duty as a citizen of the United States. Hold respect for the office and go to the White House. You can disagree with the president all you want. Also, one of the beautiful freedoms and rights we have as American citizens. We don't get gunned down in the street for disagreeing with the president or any leader. You can be vocal about your opposition to the president and how you disagree with them. But when you get an invitation, especially because you won a damn sporting event and you're going to be honored at the White House, go to the White House. You're not helping anyone by refusing invitations to the White House because you don't like the current president that's there. This goes for Biden. This goes for Trump. This goes for whoever the next president is. Go to the White House.
And in this case,
very
Chad,
simple. Just say yes.
And it has nothing to do with a political party in this case. It's this childish argument that Joe Biden didn't pick them in their bracket.
Oh, if that is your excuse and you're Angel Reese,
that's what she said.
Grow the bleep up.
That's what the debate has been about. And it's BS all week. Like, it's just back and forth. We're not even discussing it. We're turning it into this political debate, but it's really not. It's over whether or not Iowa should receive an invite and whether or not it was racially toned because of what Angel Reese did versus what we saw from Caitlin Clark in the 2 previous rounds. And, oh, by the way, Joe Biden didn't pick LSU to go out of the regional of the bracket. That's her reason.
Yeah,
And
just
she
go.
didn't accept the apology.
Just go. Like, look,
That's
I'm
so
not
stupid.
I am not going to implant any political ideology into your heads. I want everyone watching this or listening to this to believe what you believe about current presidents, past presidents,
Sure.
possible future presidents. That is our right as an American, and it is beautiful that we can have people of opposing viewpoints. The hope is we have people of opposing viewpoints that don't attack Riley Gaines also, and that we can get to a point where that doesn't happen. But if you were invited by a sitting president, you say yes. Point blank, period, end of sentence, end of paragraph, end of book. You go and you'd say yes every single time. It is stupid to decline any invite. And when Angel Reese is saying it's because Joe Biden didn't have them out of the Baton Rouge bracket,
That's what she said.
come on.
We're talking about sports here. The sports are the escape. If you go to a stadium, if you go to an arena to watch a hockey game, you don't care who you're sitting next to. And that's the point here. You get the opportunity to go to the White House for what it represents for the country, not for who's holding the current office. And in this case, it was over the fact that, well, Iowa was also invited. Come on.
Well, and they weren't.
For good sportsmanship.
They never were. In reality, they never were invited. Joe Biden said, boy, we should invite them. And I think she said that in Iowa. I think she was like doing a speech in Iowa or somewhere where she said, you know, I think the game was so great that we should invite Iowa too. Let me also let you in on a little secret, okay? If I can have that camera one more time, please. I'm willing to bet. I'm not the smartest guy out there, but I know what I know. I'm willing to bet that Dr. Jill Biden is not the biggest sports person in the United States. And people who aren't sports people don't understand that it's typically only the winner and the champion, as Hutton laid out for us, that gets the invite to the White House. So if you're not a huge sports person, you may be of the type of thinking that says, boy, I feel like both teams really had a lot of fun out there and it was a really competitive game. Let's invite both. I don't think that Dr. Jill Biden was being racist when she said that, or thought, let's invite the white girls also to counterbalance what's going on in the White House. No, I think that she's someone who doesn't understand sports and doesn't know it. Winners win. Winners go to the White House. I'm glad LSU is going to the White House, and Jill Biden probably just doesn't understand any of that. Or do you think, Hutton, that she's got like the extra innings package? Does she have Sunday ticket? Is she watching all the sporting events? Think she knows exactly what's going on at all times? I doubt it.
Yeah, doesn't sound
I
like
doubt it.
They were using the bracket as motivation.
Also, can we say this? It was a high-scoring game. It was not a great game. It was a 17-point finish.
And the underdog won.
102 to 85. It
Yep.
was not that close. It was a 22-point game that at one point became a 7-point game and got no closer. It was never within reach for Iowa from the second quarter on. So not a great game. A lot of eyeballs, entertaining because the back and forth and the points. Not a great close game.